Hi there, my name is Heidi Thompson, and today I have put a presentation together for you about how to attract more clients. Because who doesn't want more clients? So, who am I? If you don't know me already, my name is Heidi. I am very obviously an American, currently residing in right near Cambridge in the UK. I run evolveyourweddingbusiness.com, which exists to help wedding professionals like you with your marketing and business. The idea came to me when I was running the alternative wedding fair, and I noticed a lot of my exhibitors were really struggling with how to bring the clients in. So I decided to take my background in marketing and put it to good use by helping you. So the first thing to ask yourself when you want more clients is, who are you even trying to attract? So if when I ask that question you say brides, grooms, engaged couples, anything like that, no, that's not specific enough. If you are trying to appeal to everyone, you're going to appeal to nobody. You can't please everybody, and it's counterintuitive, but it's proven time and time again. It is better to be everything to someone than kind of they're okay to everybody. So, an example here. If you had a heart attack, would you rather go to a cardiologist or a general doctor? You want to go to the cardiologist. Not everybody is going to go to a cardiologist. They're not for everybody. They don't want to work with everybody. That's not what they love doing. But guess who gets paid more? Definitely the cardiologist. There are specialists, and specialists always get paid more. So I want you to think about, who do you love to work with? If you could look back at your favorite clients, and maybe there's one, two, maybe there's a bunch of clients where it's kind of like, if I could work with that person every day, I would be so happy. I want you to keep that person in mind when you're doing your marketing. So when you look back at your favorite clients, think about, what do they have in common? Now, this could be something really random, but things to look for are kind of personal tastes, professions. I've worked with clients. I've actually worked with a stationer who, a lot of her clients are doctors and lawyers. Don't really know why, they just are. So that's how she positions herself to what that sort of person would want to see on her site. So what do they have in common? Maybe it's a music taste. It can be anything. But that's how you want to position yourself. So when they see you, they instantly think, this person gets me. Oh, my computer's rebelling against me. All right. Build relationships is my next step to getting more clients. So who else serves your ideal client? So if you can develop relationships with people who also serve this person that we were just discussing, you can create a network where you can refer business to one another. So think about, who else are they turning to? And this is also going to show you where you need to be marketing. So it could be a blog. Do they all read Offbeat Bride? That tells you exactly where you need to be. So my personal relationship marketing strategy only has 5 steps, and only 2 get repeated on a regular basis. And I'll share that with you a bit later, but it's pretty simple. And if you approach with the intention of helping somebody, they're going to remember that, and they're going to be happy to help you because you've approached them in that way. So many people just approach people with, give me, what can you do for me? That when you approach somebody saying, what can I do for you, it really, really stands out. And as I'll show in my relationship marketing strategy, this can be as simple as sharing their content with your audience. I've made a lot of friends this way by, their content, and you'll see it if you follow me on Twitter. It's a great place to witness this. I'm always sharing certain people's content, and that's not for no reason. It's because A, they write excellent content, and B, I want a better relationship with them, and I like them. And if you like somebody, you're more likely to help. So I want you to refocus your marketing. So where are you currently marketing your business? Are you on Facebook? Are you on Twitter? Do you have any ads out there at the moment? Are you doing wedding fairs? Think about everything you're doing to promote your business. And take them one by one and ask yourself, does your ideal client, who we just talked about, spend time in those places? If the answer is no, stop doing that. That's all you have to do to focus your marketing. It's really that simple. And a good way to do this is to refer to your Google Analytics, which if you don't already use it, I highly, highly suggest setting this up on your website. It's free, and it is an amazing tool that helps you find out where your traffic's coming from and what people are doing once they're on your site. So you will see things on Google Analytics like the amount of leads, well, not so much leads, the amount of traffic you're getting from Twitter, the amount of traffic you're getting from Facebook. And a lot of times it's very surprising. You may think that your people are more active in one place than another, but you may find that the people who are actually visiting your site are coming from somewhere you didn't even expect. The only exception that you are allowed to have to this, I'm very serious, you really need to focus your marketing, but the only exception is if you are in a place to develop relationships. So for instance, if you spend time on LinkedIn and your clients don't, but you use LinkedIn to build your relationships with other people who serve your clients, that's okay. That's good. Don't cut that. But when it comes to marketing directly to your client, make sure they're there. It's really that simple. So tailor your site to your ideal client. Like I said before, if your ideal client landed on your site, would they think, this is so me? If you've ever come across a business that has struck this chord with you, you know what I mean. It's the feeling I get when I walk into an Apple store. It's like, yes, everything is so perfect. This is exactly what I want. Everything here is tailored to what I like and my values. So does the look and feel of your site match who you're targeting? So let's say you're targeting kind of like punky brides and grooms, like an offbeat bride sort of, a rock and roll bride, offbeat bride sort of market. If you have flowers and butterflies and pastel colors on your site, that's not going to work. So it needs to look and feel the way that your ideal client can look at it and immediately recognize that they are in the right place. So this applies to the words you choose as well as your images. If you're going for a more feminine feel, if you are a wedding dress designer and you design very feminine, kind of girly sort of dresses, that is the kind of language you want to use. Whereas if you're more edgy, that is the language you should be using. It should line up. So what they see on your site should match up with your products, your services, and who you are. So are you using the term brides when some of your visitors are grooms? And newsflash, there are a lot more grooms getting involved in planning weddings nowadays than 10, maybe 20 years ago. And the statistics on this are overwhelming that this puts people off. Think about if you went to, any other site, and they were talking to 50% of the people that they were looking to sell to. That would be crazy. Why would they do that? Don't do this. This is just, unless, okay, again, there's always exceptions, but if you sell wedding dresses, okay, yeah, say bride. But if you're a wedding photographer and you don't specialize on only working with the bride, Do not say bride and only bride. So the last point here is, are you letting your personality shine through? Now more than ever, people hate corporate feel. So don't feel like you have to make your website and your marketing material really stuffy. If you were going to hire somebody to be a part of something as important as your wedding, wouldn't you want to know that, yeah, you get along with this person, you like this person, and when you like somebody, you want to do business with them. And again, you're not for everybody, so it is totally cool to let your personality shine through. People will love you for it. So I keep mentioning Offbeat Bride, and it's because they get it. When someone who fits their market lands on this site, they know they're in the right place. When someone who lands on this site who isn't in their market, they know. They say, okay, this isn't for me. And guess what? That's a good thing. You don't want to work with the people that you don't want to work with, essentially. You don't want to work with everybody because you're going to get the clients that you don't truly want to work with. If you want to serve a particular market, go for that market. If you want to shoot photography in a particular style, do not change your style to accommodate some random person who just shows up and wants you to change. So, Bernie Jean, she is my business coach, and I hired her after searching for quite a long time for a business coach. And all of these business coaches I was finding, it's just very woo-woo, for lack of better words. It was, let's transform your destiny, and that's not me. So if you see here, the featured post in the center is shut up and make shit happen, right? That's how I talk. That's how I want someone to talk to me. I loved her from seeing this, and then I talked to her and I loved her even more. She's an awesome person. She's the kind of person I would hang out with if I just met her somewhere. And I could tell that from her website. So Natalie Sisson, perfect example of getting really specific. Natalie Sisson, who is a huge role model of mine, used to run a blog called Women's World. It was about female entrepreneurs. And it went well, but it wasn't who she really wanted to serve. So she created the Suitcase Entrepreneur, and it's because Natalie lives out of her red suitcase. She travels the world and she works off of her laptop. In fact, last year she cycled around the entire continent of Africa working from her laptop. And because she tailored this to those people, they know when they get there, yes, Natalie, you are who I'm looking for. You are who I want to work with. You are who I want to learn from. Whereas women entrepreneurs, kind of vague. Nobody was really coming on to that and saying, oh my God, yes, I need to work with you. Ash Ambridge, I love this girl. She's not for everybody. She drops F-bombs left and right, and I love her for it. But not everybody does. And that's totally cool. She's a copywriter. She knows what she's doing. She writes this stuff for a living. And she's totally herself. And when you read her website, which I highly suggest you do, it's an amazing website, and her personality really shines through. And then you talk to her, exact same person. She is the same person on her website as if you were going to grab a beer with her. And that's awesome, and it's refreshing, and it is surprisingly profitable. Like, you would think people want the corporate stuff you feel, but people are just so sick of that. So when someone wants some edgy copywriting and they come onto this site, oh my God, yeah, I'll pay you anything. You are the person I need for this job. So Staggered is another great example. They are a men's wedding blog. And not only that, they are a specific type of men's wedding blog. So they cater to the type of guy who wants to be involved in their wedding and also wants to find out more about kind of, the guy stuff, there's sex advice on here from time to time, stag do's, all sorts of different things. And the guys who run this are awesome, but they are not trying to appeal to everybody, and that is why they have found so much success with this. So, my next tip is to provide helpful content. And this is what I do on my blog on a weekly basis. So, if you provide helpful content, you're demonstrating that you are an expert. And that gives people a reason to come back to your site. So, if you are publishing excellent articles about planning a wedding, someone who's planning their wedding is going to come back to your site and read that. And guess who they're going to think of when they decide they want a wedding planner? So websites that are just pretty brochures do not work. If the goal of your website is somebody lands on it, then they call you, then they give you money, sorry, it's not going to work. You have to demonstrate your expertise, and you have to give people a reason to get to know you. There's a lot of research that goes into booking wedding suppliers, and if they have a reason to come back to you, you are going to be top of mind. So when it comes to publishing helpful content, think about what questions do you get all the time? What questions do every bride and groom ask you? Make a list of these. These are perfect for blog posts. Take them one at a time and make them into blog posts. And guess what? That gives you something to share on social media. So your social media transforms from look at me, this is what I'm doing, to hey, I wrote this post, I think it can help you. And while you're helping people, you're also building your credibility and driving traffic to your site. So everybody wins. So I've got some bonuses for you. So I've got the ideal client worksheet that I use with my clients that I found to be really helpful in narrowing down who you're looking to target, what they enjoy doing, what are their hobbies, interests, style, that sort of thing, and where they hang out, which is super key, because if you can put your marketing efforts towards where they hang out, you can cut everything else out, and you don't have to waste all of that precious time and money. And I've also got details on how to set up a relationship marketing strategy, like what I mentioned. There are inevitably people in the industry and out of the industry that you're going to want to get to know, either because you can refer business to one another, or you're going to help each other in some way. And through a lot of trial and error, to be honest, I've developed quite a nice, simple, and easy to follow strategy. So you can get those by going to bit.ly bit.ly/evolvebonus. So that is what I've got for you today. I want you to sit back, have a think about who you really want to serve, and when you focus on them and only them, they will come to you in droves. So I hope this has helped you. And if you have any questions, or if you need anything, I'm always happy to help. You can get in touch with me at Heidi@evolveyourweddingbusiness.com, and you can always find more content on how to rock your wedding business at evolveyourweddingbusiness.com. Publish new things weekly, and there is always some good juicy content for you there. So I hope this has helped, and I look forward to seeing you kick some ass in your business. And seriously, get in touch with me if you have any questions or need anything. All right. Thanks so much.